Yeah, but you don't bring as much money as him. You're not in the same status as him. How could you sit there and say you got to be able to if you want a certain man, you got to be able to bring it to the table? That's not true. Women never bring the same things to the table at all.
I feel like
I don't know. I feel like you're basically saying that we don't have enough value to you guys for you guys to be able to treat us right, and I disagree with that because our value is held in different spots, right? So you are saying that you're supposed to be the provider, right? So with that being said, we're supposed to be the one who is making sure that you're okay mentally, and our kids are okay mentally, and our house is put together correctly, and that everything around us is not falling apart while you make money. So if you really want to boil it down, we are making sure everything else possible is okay and running correctly while you guys come home and say, here's the money, do with that what you will, my job's done.
Okay, look, this is another example of women over specializing themselves. Everything that a female brings to the table typically can be outsourced, unfortunately. Women are not as special.
We can say the same thing about men.
Not really.
I can go and get the same job that you do and make just as much as money as you do.
It
is totally possible, 110%.
No.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
What I'm trying to say is that typically the things that women bring to the table, sex and taking care of kids and all these things can be outsourced and made. You can go get a woman to do all those things. But the thing that a man brings, that masculine essence, protecting, providing for you, giving you that boyfriend energy that women yearn for, having a man, because women typically, they're not with a man, they aren't complete. The reality is that you can't get that paying for it. But we can get everything a woman brings paying for it most of the time.
I can as well. We can
like
most
what?
definitely.
You gonna pay for a boyfriend?
Absolutely. If I wanted to, I absolutely could. What do you think people pay me to do? Be their girlfriend. Okay. They pay for me to have to stay there and emotionally support them and be the one that they talk to at the end of the day. So that is quite literally
what. So you say you can pay for it, right? But if that were the case, that would be one of the biggest services for porn stars and OnlyFans girls. You can't pay for it. And as a result, you're always looking for love because you can't find it.
Exactly.
No, but it's not genuine love though. It's a paid service. Yeah. So again, you're not getting that.
Right. But you can't pay a maid to watch your kid and give it the same love a mother will give it.
There's nannies.
The nanny won't love the children and nurture the children the same way that the mother can. So if that's the case, then it can go both ways as well.
Look, yeah, we'll go 50 and up.
Bro, you can't pay for a boyfriend.
Well, the thing is that the problem is that you have a very warped worldview, and you're trying to.
I just have a worldview from something that you haven't been able to experience.
No, from a slut. Pretty much.
Yeah. Exactly. So if anything, I know more details about this situation.
How many of you here are sluts on the panel?
All of them. Raise your hand. High, very high.
So all 3, right? 4?
4 sluts.
So your boyfriend got a slut?
I'm a slut for him.
That's different.
You heard.
So there's 3 sluts on the panel, right? Question: why don't you want to be a slut?
I've never been the type of person to like. You can do whatever you want, have sex with whoever you want, do what you want. But me personally, I have never been the type. I cannot have sex with someone who I'm not emotionally attracted to.
Understandable. Why don't you want to be a slut?
What's the question? What a slut is not a good thing.
Why don't you want to be a slut?
Because I have respect for myself.
Okay. Why don't you want to be a slut?
W.
I just don't want to.
W.
You?
It's just not who I am, not how I was raised.
The point is that like your standards of what sex and dating should be are irrelevant. You're a fucking slut. Now, granted, the girls here on the panel that want actual love and connections have understand
literally to go to the fucking Chick-fil-A drive-thru and let me give you some head on the way there so you can buy my meal.
You can't be a fucking slut. I'll tell you why. Because that man that you actually want, when he sees your past, doesn't want you. So by default, they're saying, you know what? I risk my youth and my actions right now to find a man I actually care about that loves me.
You know how many porn stars are married and have been married for decades and have fantastic, well-working relationships?
That's a minority of porn stars.
Anyway.
Most of them.
Well, because some porn stars never want to settle down.
Exactly.
They can't settle down.
That is not true. I think there's always a situation where somebody will always accept you. Whether or not it's your first choice, there will always be somebody willing to accept what you
Hold on. You said it yourself. Whether or not it's your first choice, they will accept you. That's the key. Your first choice will never fucking accept you.
That is not true. I've had plenty of men. If I want a man, I got him. That's not a question. You want a man? Look at my record.
A sucker,
that is not true.
By the way,
I completely faithful to me while I'm going out doing my job because at the end of the day, I can detach myself.
By the way, a trick, a guy that spoils you, that's not really your type, a guy that's a nerd, a weirdo, whatever, is not what you ideally want.
A trick is somebody that I'm using for money. That's different.
started OnlyFans, the whole idea of like, which is true, it does narrow down the dating pool. Everyone's allowed to have their own standards and boundaries. I wouldn't want to date who's naked on the internet. Fair enough. But I feel like for me, that narrowing the dating pool has made me like men who are attracted to me genuinely are sexually deviant the same way I am. So it's like I end up in a situation that's happier for me because I am sexually deviant. When I used to lie to myself about it and try to pretend that I don't have these desires, it made me sad. So it's like everyone's different.
No, but again, for long-term,
you can get
long-term stability and having a family, that doesn't work.
But then also, it's like when you guys say 18 is the right time, you can get the 18 to like early 20s is one the most likely to, get wifed up, whatever, right? When you can get a high value man. I feel like you guys have said that.
The younger the better.
What if you're younger and it's like sometimes you gotta just fucking take care of yourself. Sometimes your hand is kind of pushed sometimes.
Understandable.
And you'll find somebody who understands that. It might not be the majority of men. I agree.
Your counterparts here had the same choice. Hey, I'm young. I need to make money. But I'm not going to go on the internet and show my body.
But because they don't like it. Because they don't like it. The first time I saw a video of me like, I was like, I look good.
The point is they made a choice not to do it.
And that's fair as fuck. Every girl should be able to make that choice.
Can I be honest? I've had OnlyFans before, and I just decided that it wasn't for me.
Exactly.
It's like
sexuality's fluid.
But notice, right? You stopped it immediately and said, you know what? I have a future
I won't say
ahead of me.
immediately. I made like 4 bands and then I quit.
Thank you.
Either way, you stopped it. The point is that, like, on some level, you say, you know what? For my future, I don't want this.
Yeah, it just
Generally
wasn't
speaking,
me.
though, like, you guys' opinions, I get it. But, bro, the general population of women are not like you guys.
But I don't want the same way, like, the general population of women aren't like us. I don't, like, want to appeal to the general population of men. I want to appeal to a very niche type of man who really gets it. Because, can you guys acknowledge, there are men who love sluts, They exist.
Yeah.
So someone want to marry him. You see how Kanye's so proud? His bitch is viral off a sex tape. He loves that, and he's still down bad for her.
And that's true.
Hey,
But
don't compare yourself to Kim K, though. Like, you can't do that.
I'm not saying I'm that, but I'm just saying it's just an easy to explain
It's a whole
example.
different type of situation.
This is
Everyone's
incredible.
different.
This is incredible.
Some people like
This
that
is really
piece.
crazy,
Hey,
bro.
can I say something, though?
Yeah, please.
If
Go
you're a
ahead.
regular hoe, like, nobody gives a fuck. I'm going to be honest. If you a Kim K slut, I'm a bend a block a little bit. But if you're a regular asshole,
make a real good
if
money.
you're a regular asshole, I don't need you for your money. I don't need you. If you're a high value man, I don't need you for your money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's like,
What
that
the
means
fuck
you
am I
find
gonna-
a
what is your
woman who's
money
more
gonna do
compatible
compared
for
to
you.
mine?
You know what I mean?
Huh?
And then that's a woman that's compatible for you.
A high value hoe?
You're allowed to have that boundary. You don't want to have a...
Are you women flexing your money right now?
No, I'm just saying.
I feel like back to what she was saying when she was like, she speaks,
crazy.
she wants a specific type of audience. That is how specific women here carry themselves. Like, you want a specific type of audience, that's how you're going to carry yourself. You want a specific type of audience, that's how you're going to carry yourself. If you want a high value man, you're going to present yourself as what you think that they would want.
Here's
Or
the thing.
also that just being yourself. Like, you could just like want to be classy, and that's what you're going to attract naturally.
The reality is that you guys are not as unique as you think you are. Women are typically chasing the same small percentage of men. That's what it really comes down to. Women are not as fluid and, I'm open to this and that. There's a reason why so many women are single. There's a reason why so many women don't see most men and they're invisible. Women are very picky in who they have sex with and who they hook up with and who they want to eventually have a relationship with. They want a guy that's tall, successful, charming, charismatic, a bunch of different traits. The problem is that there's not enough men that have these traits to go around. And when you end up going into sex work, etc., you significantly limit your ability to find that guy and have him take you seriously.
But at the end of the day, I don't want a man who's not okay with what I'm doing. So if that's the case, then I have no problem saying goodbye to those men.
But
That's
she's
a majority.
already at some level of detachment. She
that's a
goes into
majority of men.
relationships
And
with some
that's
level of
fine because the
detachment.
majority of men are not going to matter. The majority of men aren't going to pay my bills, aren't going to do any of that. So I'm doing what I can. And if you don't like it, then that's fine.
The men that would have potentially done it, the more traditional men that women yearn for.
Change
Can
who I
you
am
please stop interrupting? Holy shit! Wow,
shit, bro.
Incredible.
Tone deaf, man.
The traditional men that typically women want that are chivalrous and gentlemen or whatever, they're not going to want a girl that's promiscuous in return. They're not.
And look, you made a choice for yourself that is what you want. Yeah. Understandable. But just note, when you get older and you have to make that choice of finding that husband to be with long term, on some level, it might not be a guy that you actually want. So it's just like,
if as a woman your number one goal and what you really want is to be a stay-at-home mom or then it probably isn't a good decision to go be a stripper or OnlyFans girl. But if men are decentered as like the main focus in your life and you're like, I'm okay with being single the rest of my life as long as I'm happy and can take care of myself, then it's like
the key is you won't be.
Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to say.
But what if I like?
You can say that
forever.
now while you're still young and attractive. No, because I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Because women derive most of their pleasure from a family and children, not from personal success and accolades and money. Stop when girls say that. You like girls on the side, maybe with a man. Most women are not really actually lesbians. You guys say you're bisexual, but you do it for a guy. That's fucking cap. The point is, again, you guys are sexual deviants. Who cares? Okay.
No, but I'm also like
most women don't necessarily. Okay, you're a full-on lesbian.
Speaking on men, yeah.
Are you gonna marry a lesbian? Sorry, a girl?
I feel like hypothetically I could change my mind like in the future, but for the most part I've never had a boyfriend.
Phase, man.
Yeah,
I've never had a boyfriend.
Going through a phase.
I will happily be in a relationship with a woman.
Me married to another sex worker would be so beautiful and I think very fulfilling. And when I'm out of the industry, I just want to help girls in the industry.
Well, statistically speaking, those relationships never work. They have the highest domestic violence and highest divorce.
There's some happy 2 porn star girls.
I guarantee you, if you survey them in a closed room, in a closed environment,
they hate themselves.
They're depressed and they hate their lifestyle. They do. No, I met a few of them.
Do you think how many men are married to a woman that's wife material and goes cheats with sex workers and hookers and fuck strippers in the back and all these things behind her back because he pretends to be happy with a wholesome woman but deep down craves a slut? Like that whole like
but who has the title in the home?
And the kids.
But
see, this is what I'm trying to say. Like that women aren't good long term. Stop interrupting.
Yep.
This is what I mean when I say y'all are not good long term thinkers. The reality is women derive pleasure from a family and children, not necessarily success in making money. And yeah, you can have your funny now. The majority of women want a family and children, okay?
Biologically.
That's just a biological urge that most women look for. And here's the thing. You guys are young. You can say stuff like, I'm not looking for that right now, blah, blah, blah. But as soon as you turn 24, 25, 26, 27, you start to get older, you get closer to 30, you're like, damn, I want a family and children. What the fuck am I doing? And then you're going to start to think, yo, I don't really, career, fuck that shit. I want family and children. That's what women typically want. So when you end up being a porn star, doing sex work, being a stripper, etc., you limit your ability to find a man that's going to take you serious, that can give you that. There's a reason why girls since childhood want to walk down an aisle in a white dress and have a bunch of their peers watching as they get married. It's because it's a big experience, and women know deep down that their values derive from the caliber of man that they can attract. So I get what you guys say. I don't need a man, blah, blah, blah. That's just cope, bro. As you guys get older, I promise you, you're going to yearn for a man to take you seriously.
But again,
so do you think sorry.
No, go ahead.
Do you think so? The smart thing for a woman to do when she's young is if she meets a young, successful man, or older, successful man who can take care of her, would be to settle down and do the smart thing while you're still young?
Yes, because that's when a woman has the most. Hold on, whoa. You're asking me a question. I'm answering it.
My bad.
I went down there.
It's not just a yes. It's a yes because that's when you have the most negotiating power.
But I would also say, in a way, though, isn't that more wrong and manipulative and hoe-like to pretend to like a man so you can marry him for his resources than be more direct?
Well, the key is to get a guy that you actually like,
because it's transactional. Youth in exchange for money is a timeless exchange. It's either you're going to pretend to
make it a transaction. We're saying to make genuinely, you like the guy, he likes you, there's a connection there.
Do you think that's most 18-year-old girls, that they really do like that older man?
Well, first off, don't just go with a random guy that has money. That's dumb.
Yeah, it's dumb.
But
I mean, it's worse.
I feel like men think there's just so many amazing chivalrous men with so much money that when you're 19 they're gonna come. Usually they're weirdos. You know?
They're fetishizing the fact that
fetishize the fuck out of you.
Don't go with them then. It's simple.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of them. You know what I mean?
But
like
you guys
that's
are
the majority.
saying the majority,
Of women are
right?
like that. Majority of men are not like that. Majority of men are not like that.
What's your point here?
That was my point.
So I mean, okay, okay. By your own argument, it's a minority of men, right? So if that's a minority of men, and you already know that, and you're young and you're at your prime, why do you think being a sex worker and getting older is going to increase your likelihood?
I just think I'll find, like, if I was to settle down with a man or a woman, it's going to be someone who really understands me. I would rather not settle down with men who would be grossed out by my sexual history than I'd rather be single at that point.
That's 99% of men are going to be grossed out from your sexual history.
99% of men aren't meant for us.
A lot of men would be grossed out by my unconsensual sexual history. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's like, if I would need someone who's understanding that way.
Let me ask y'all a question. Let's say, I say, you know, man, fuck this shit. Quit doing a podcast, sold all my shit, got rid of all my money, and said, you know, I'm going to be homeless. I'm just going to chill. I'm going to hang out in front of the 7-Eleven. I'm going to not shower, not going to really go to the gym anymore, whatever. I'm just going to go ahead and be me. Fuck it. I don't care what nobody thinks.
Do it.
Would it be delusional of me to expect women to like me still?
Yes.
Yeah, because you
just lower your standards for yourself.
Oh, okay. So why is that women are porn stars and think that men are supposed to accept that bullshit?
Because first of all, wait.
Y'all not see what I just did? Hold on, stop the show.
Can I answer your question?
A woman that's a sex worker is the equivalent to a homeless dude that ain't doing shit for himself.
See, right?
But you would never expect that. You would never respect me.
No. That is.
He deserves a bad bitch.
No, that is.
I deserve a bad bitch.
I deserve a bad bitch.
You might find a bad bitch wants to save you. You might find a rich sex worker who
that
wants
is
to save you.
logically incorrect. You cannot compare me.
Girls. Listen. My head hurts right now, so is the chat. We have a ton of chats to read. Let's wrap up this point and let's move on, all right?
It is a functional equivalent. A woman that's a sex worker is like a homeless dude.
No, it is not. I'm providing everything for myself. I'm able to take care of myself and other people in my family. How are you going to equivalent that to a
high value man leaves you?
Okay.
You're back to being
Let me
a
ask you a better
bitch.
question. How about this? Because I want to see where your mind is at because you're using the wrong attributes. What do you think is more attractive to a man? A girl that's 21 and a virgin, right? But, medium hot? Or a girl that's 21, makes $100,000 a year, but is a whore?
I could tell you that if you're attracted to a virgin, you're idolizing small children, and that's a weirdo.
Answer the question. I just
answered it. You're being a weirdo if you are fetishizing a virgin little girl.
Shame.
Can I say
that
something?
is weird.
To conform to her standards.
And what's interesting, because I purposely gave the age, yet she chose to not acknowledge that.
Who are virgins? Realistically, who are virgins? Children. You, as an adult, 9 times out of 10, you are not going to be a virgin.
To an unexperienced, barely teenager, barely
Exactly.
Can you please answer the question? What do you think men are going to find more attractive? The girl that makes the money but has a promiscuous past?
That depends on the man.
If I lined up 100 men, what do you think are they going to find more attractive?
I can tell you, if you line up 100 men and they're in front of me, they're going to tell me it's me.
Cal.
No, because they want to fuck. Absolutely, they're gonna lie.
Your
so
pussy
if you really
is not
want to
that
say
important.
that, you want to bet?
A bum ass nigga with no fucking money. That's the only time your pussy becomes
the most important part about me too.
To a nigga that has money that gets pussy, your pussy is not that important. It's not that important.
Okay, again.
I promise you.
This bitch is the most wifey girl I've been with a long time. She cooked every meal in this
your pussy is not that important.
Like, what?
Thank you.
That's a wifey right there.
Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna move forward.
Yeah, this is amazing. Well, no. But she knows the answer. The answer is the man is going to go.
The answer is that if they're going for virgin jobs,
you're a weirdo.
Oh my God.
Yo.
Can I just say something to that though? I don't think that's weird because I'm literally 20 years old and I'm a virgin. Like that's
what I said. The majority.
Men can be attracted to me simply because of that fact, but also just because of the type of person I am and the fact that I've never been touched. I'm not experienced. Yeah, I don't necessarily think that's like a grooming situation. I just think that's like, oh, she respects herself. That's the woman I'm going to.
I think within a man's
She gets it.
And I'm not saying that you don't respect yourself, but that's your choice.
I would also hold on.
You are the exception. That's why I said the majority. The entire time they're talking about the majority. We are the exception to everything that they've been saying.
You talk so fucking much, bro.
You talk too much, man.
Shut the fuck up, please.
By the way,
I'm serious. Wait, Fresh. I'm breaking the fourth wall here. Stop over talking people, okay? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Damn.
So real quick, by the way, just don't tell guys that you had OnlyFans from before.
And you'll be all right.
That was like years ago. I don't
but anyway, going back, because she didn't want to answer the question, but I'll go ahead and... how about the guys on the panel? Guys, 21 years old, 100K, but she has a lot of bodies, or 21 years old, broke, but no bodies? Which one y'all going for?
Broke, no bodies.
Broke, no bodies, right?
Yes.
Broke, no bodies?
The majority of men do not have as much money.
Be quiet.
Y'all are successful.
We're asking the men here. Guys in the back, which one y'all going with? The broke, no bodies, right?
Broke, no bodies.
Okay, so, because you were flexing before, I got money and I can take care of people. What I'm saying, men don't give a shit about that. We don't care about y'all money at all.
The guys that do care will use and abuse you, and they just cheat anyway and leave.
I don't think you realize that. I don't think you realize that.
No, I do. But because I provide for myself, that's what makes you guys having money.
I don't think you realize that. The guys that want to use your money and your resources, they're fucking bums.
And then same thing for women.
Exactly. We don't need a man who can take care of
for your resources. Then guess what? The bitch is a bum. I can provide for myself, which means when I look for a relationship, I'm not looking for somebody to take care of me and all the way in and out.
Most men will take a bum that isn't a whore over a chick that's a hoe that has money, period.
Some men
Most men are going to take that bum.
The majority of men do not make enough money to feel that way.
Exactly.
Okay.